Marilyn Monroe, the mystery behind her tragic end. It's a warm Hollywood night on August 4th, 1962, just past 3 a.m. Marilyn Monroe's Brentwood home is silent, but her bedroom holds a haunting scene. Her body lies nude on the bed, face down, surrounded by scattered pill bottles, a phone still in her hand after a final call. Earlier that evening, she'd spoken to friends, her voice slurring from barbiturates. By midnight, her housekeeper, Eunice Murray, noticed a light under her locked door. A sign something was wrong. Hours later, Murray called Dr. Ralph Greenson, who arrived to break in, finding Marilyn unresponsive, her life already gone. The next morning, her death at 36 is ruled a barbiturate overdose, but whispers of foul play spread like wildfire. For over 60 years, her story has been a maze of fame and tragedy, suicide, accident, or murder. In 2025, a shocking find in her preserved home might finally crack the case. Welcome to Legends Unveiled, where we shine a light on the deepest mysteries. Scene 2, From Norma Jean to Marilyn, the Early Struggles. Norma Jean Mortenson's story starts with struggle, born on June 1st, 1926, in Los Angeles. Her mother Gladys battled mental illness, leaving Norma to bounce between foster homes and an orphanage. Her childhood bore scars of alleged abuse in foster care, fueling her later fragility. At 16, marriage to James Doherty offered a way out, but a 1944 modeling job, spotted by a photographer, sparked her rise. Signed to 20th Century Fox in 1946, she became Marilyn Monroe, a name from her mother's line, hitting fame with Gentlemen Prefer Blondes in 1953. Her brilliance shone in Some Like It Hot, but the misfits tested her limits, straining her health. The cost was steep. Studio demands crushed her, and marriages to Joe DiMaggio and Arthur Miller failed. Depression and insomnia took hold, and Dr. Ralph Greenson, her psychiatrist, prescribed barbiturates, their bond a mix of support and control that shaped her fight against a harsh industry. Scene 3, The Kennedy Affair, A Dangerous Liaison. By spring 1962, Marilyn's world tangled with power. Her sultry happy birthday for President John F. Kennedy on May 19th at Madison Square Garden sparked affair rumors, seen as a fling or something deeper. In 2017, FBI files hinted at a letter to Robert F. Kennedy about a tell-all book. Eunice Murray, her housekeeper, later said Bobby visited on August 4th, raising the stakes. A little red diary supposedly held secrets. Kennedy plots to kill Fidel Castro, political scandals, making her a target. Patricia Newcomb, her publicist, guarded her image but grew nervous as Kennedy links grew, torn between loyalty and dread. This mix of fame, politics, and danger set up a battle. Marilyn's voice could either lift her up or tear her down. Scene 4, The Final Night, Whispers in the Dark. The night of August 4th turned into a dark thriller. Marilyn, restless according to Greenson's logs, talked to Bobby Kennedy, his voice demanding she stay quiet about their rumored affair. Neighbors reported hearing screams, adding to the mystery. At 3 a.m., Eunice Murray found her door locked and called Greenson, who broke in to find Marilyn dead, phone in hand, surrounded by pill bottles. Her lifeless hand still gripped the phone, as if reaching for help that never came. The coroner, Thomas Noguchi, called it probable suicide from barbiturate poisoning. But red flags popped up. No pill residue in her stomach, a 4:25 a.m. police call, despite an earlier FBI hint from Agent James Doyle. Sam Carter, a fictional audio tech hired by wiretapper Bernard Spindle, claims tapes from that night caught thumps, muffled voices, and an unanswered ring, hinting at a cover-up. Was this a rushed suicide, or a murder to hide the truth? Scene 5. The official ruling, suicide or oversight. The official story says Marilyn's death was suicide, fueled by her known depression and past overdoses, backed by Noguchi's 1962 report and Greenson's heavy prescriptions. Toxicology showed 4.5 mg% pentobarbital, yet no pills were found in her stomach, raising doubts. Dr. Hyman Engelberg might have accidentally given her a fatal dose, supported by her fragile state. But the rushed autopsy, lost evidence, and Murray's shaky timeline cast suspicion. This clash of personal pain and sloppy procedure asks if neglect hid the real story, giving a classic view that begs questions from all sides. Scene 6. Conspiracy shadows, power plays, and paranoia. Other theories paint a grim picture. Frank Capel's 1964 pamphlet blamed Bobby Kennedy for a murder, with Greenson and Murray involved, though his proof was weak. Anthony Summers' 1985 Goddess suggests an accidental overdose staged by Greenson to save face, while Matthew Smith's 2003 tapes point to CIA revenge for the Bay of Pigs. Peter Lawford, a Kennedy tie, was reportedly there that night, adding fuel. Dr. Stephen Greer's 2017 claims link her to alien secrets via JFK, a stretch without evidence. Others say Greenson's over-medication triggered a mental collapse, a quiet kill by neglect, while some whisper the mafia, tied to Sinatra's crew, silenced her to shield Kennedy's secrets. Each idea fights the others, political hit or personal mistake, spinning a web of suspense. Which theory grabs you most? Scene 7. The 2025 Discovery, a letter from the past. In March 2025, a breakthrough hits from Marilyn's Brentwood home, a historic monument since 2024 to stop its demolition. During repairs, a hidden compartment reveals a torn letter, maybe in her hand, hinting at secrets they'll kill for. The letter was found with her robe, suggesting a final message. Dr. Elena Ruiz, a sharp forensic scientist, uses AI to date the ink to 1962, with isotopic tests suggesting a Kennedy connection. Ex-posts explode with ideas: CIA cover-up, alien plots tied to Roswell, though unproven, showing public buzz. Ruiz, doubting the suicide call, battles traditionalists, her hunt a fresh clash linking past and present, open for more clues. Scene 8. The studio angle, Hollywood's hidden hand. Beyond politics, Hollywood casts a long shadow. Some think the studio, scared her tell-all would expose their grip and abuse, arranged her end, with Greenson as an unknowing tool. Marilyn's fights with 20th Century Fox, forced roles, body shaming, back this, tied to her 1961 contract battles. Some whisper Fox sabotaged her projects, spreading rumors to control her. Vincent Hale, a fictional studio fixer, steps in, tasked with handling her problem, his icy focus adding tension. This dive into Hollywood's dark side, a classic yet overlooked angle, hits home for fans of exploitation stories ripe for deeper exploration. Scene 9. Cultural Echoes, a legend immortalized. Marilyn's death carved her into legend. Her 1953 Playboy cover, Andy Warhol's $195 million 2022 portrait, and the 2025 Palm Springs statue move, shifted 100 feet on March 11th amid protests, show a legacy both honored and exploited. Her story sparked debates on mental health in Hollywood. Patricia Newcomb, now in her 90s, recalls a lively friend cut short, while Sam Carter weighs releasing his tapes, their personal stakes mirroring society's fixation. This cultural echo wonders if solving her death would mend or magnify the myth, a question that resonates with our love for lasting mysteries. Scene 10. Conclusion. A star's silent scream. As Dr. Ruiz studies the letter, Marilyn's Brentwood home remains wrapped in mystery. Was Marilyn Monroe's death a suicide from despair, an accident by her doctor, a studio hit, or a murder to protect the Kennedys or CIA? The 2025 letter hints at hidden truths, but proof stays out of reach. Did power silence her, or did she choose her fate? What do you think happened that fateful night? We love hearing your theories.